So good evening, our fourth and final game here on day number 4 of the IBSA Blind Football European Championships 2017, and it is the home nation Germany taking on Romania here in Berlin. A must-win game already. So after a rain-stopped start, they still got a victory in that first game, Germany, but then a defeat in their second outing. So a game here against Romania, who've already shipped a handful of goals in their game so far in this tournament. It should be, and it probably will be, a victory for Germany here tonight, but it might come down to how many goals they score. Let's take a look at the league table. So on your screen, you can see that England beating France in the last game by 7 goals to 0. Germany taking on Romania now. Romania-France is the 1:30 kickoff tomorrow. England lead the group with 6 points, plus 13 goal difference. And if you weren't with us a little bit earlier on, over 1 million views on Facebook alone of that game between England and France. Absolutely remarkable and wonderful for the sport of blind football. Now, joining me here in the studio, I've been joined by Arne Schumann, who is the analyst for Germany's team here at these championships. I've got a couple of questions. Maurizio is here, he's our translator. A couple of questions for you, Arne. The first one is, how did the team feel after that defeat? Must have been quite a bit of a deflation after the early victory in the opening game.
Das habe ich schon verstanden, die Frage. Ja, wir fühlen uns natürlich ein wenig enttäuscht und versuchen jetzt heute und im morgigen Spiel dann letztlich auch das wieder herauszubügeln.
Of course we are disappointed, but our main aim is we have 2 games to go do and we want to have these 6 points.
Within the team, is there still that belief that despite defeat we can still go on and reach the semi-finals and maybe even still win the title on home soil?
Ob die Zuversicht noch da ist, ne? Ja, die Zuversicht ist auf jeden Fall noch verbreitet. Wir haben ganz fest im Plan, noch 6 Punkte zu holen, wir werden dafür alles in Bewegung setzen. Heute soll der Grundstein gelegt werden und dann morgen mit einem guten und ordentlichen Spiel gegen England wollen wir den Deckel drauf machen, sodass wir das Halbfinale erreichen und schließlich nach Möglichkeit noch um den Titel mitkämpfen können.
Yeah, still we want to fight for the title. First step is today Romania. If we win this, we think about the next step is England, and of course also there we want to get these 3 points more, and then if it's possible, reaching semi-final, and if we are in semi-final, everything is possible. We want to fight for the title.
One last question. I spoke to you the other day and you said that you wanted to have scored more goals in that opening game. Tonight, it's not just about a victory, it's about scoring as many times as you can, isn't it?
Ja, natürlich, für uns geht es heute darum, möglichst viele Tore zu schießen. Wir kennen die Rumänen relativ gut. Mit Adriani Botes haben wir einen Spieler dabei, der auch in der Bundesliga vertreten ist. Und wir haben uns die Rumänen jetzt in der Vorbereitung lange und ausführlich angeguckt und sind uns eigentlich sicher, dass es uns gelingt, so viele Tore wie möglich zu schießen.
Yeah, we know the Romanians very well, and we know that the goals could be deciding in this group. We know them very well because of one of the players, Adriani Botes, played in Blind Football Bundesliga. Also, we analyzed them in the matches before. We analyzed them in preparation. We know them from a friendly there, and our aim is to score as much goals as possible, and we are very convinced we could do that. We will see.
So still a very confident German outfit then. 1 victory, 1 defeat, but a game here tonight where goals is what it's all about. Now let's take a look at Group B. You can see Arne Schumann, who was with us, he goes off now to do the analyst. So look at Group A very quickly once more, as Peter Selby actually joins me in the commentary or in the press area here. 6 points for England, 2 out of 2, plus 13. They are in control of A. We'll have B in just a second. Pete, nice to hear the words from Arne Schumann there that this team are still very, very confident about reaching those semi-finals, but acknowledgement that it's a tough task now and goals are what they now start to need to score a lot of.
Yeah, it's all very well being confident, that's fantastic, but you need to put that into actually points on the board. If have got an advantage today, they should be winning today against Romania. They do need goals, they are up against it. They wanted maybe the previous game between England and France to end in a draw. It didn't go that way at all. It was a commanding win for England, and if Germany have got any chance of filling those top 2 spots, or one of those top 2, then well, they're going to need to have a good win today.
So that's Group B's table, and that victory for Turkey was tremendous. It was actually great to watch. A wonderful piece of skill from Georgia in there, but they have been in the wars. Romania, another of those teams that qualified to be here, not inside the top 8. The other two had to qualify. Knew they were going to be in for a rough ride and they got a lesson early doors from the England team, didn't they?
Yes, although that 6-0 defeat to England doesn't look as bad now after England have scored 7 against France. But Romania, they qualify for this tournament in a new qualification tournament called Division 2 qualification. That was back in April. They actually won that on their home soil. They've played twice, they've lost twice, 6-0 to England, 4-0 to Paralympic and Italy. Now, Germany, they should be winning tonight against Romania. If they do, that's 2 from 2. They've already beaten Italy, and that will set up a mouth-watering clash against England on Wednesday evening. Now, Romania, for them, really, it's about pride. I don't think they've got a chance of qualifying, even if they win against Germany today and against France. They said they were here to have a good time, to gain experience, and for their sake, I just hope that it doesn't turn into another big score. But for the German fans here, and there's plenty of them, I think they're wanting a lot of goals today.
Romania haven't scored yet, but as we've witnessed with Georgia, Pete, a couple of goals from them in this tournament so far. So Romania will be looking to try and get themselves on the score sheet. We'll be heading down to the field in just a few moments. Don't forget, this is only day 4. Day 5 also has 4 games as well. And once again, if you missed it, we had over 1 million views of our England game against France just a little while ago. Absolutely staggering. A big thank you to anybody that tuned in. Now, Pete, take a look at the Romania team. 2 players short, no reserve goalkeeper named on the bench either. This is, again, we talked about Georgia having it hard. These guys have it hard as well. In fact, Pete, I'm going to have to send you back to the commentary box. Here is our final game of day 4. The host nation expects, the host nation needs 3 more points on the board to continue this competition with all hopes of reaching semi-finals. Handing over to the commentary team of Jonathan Bell and Peter Selby.
Thank you very much indeed, Alan. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Berlin for the 4th and final game on day 4 of the IBSA Blind Football European Championships here in the German capital, and it is the home nation looking to put smiles on the faces of those that have turned up tonight under the floodlights in this wonderful stadium against the Romanian team, who are looking to get their first goal of the tournament. They'll be playing in their red shirts, their red shorts and their red socks. Germany in the traditional white shirts with a red V going from shoulder to shoulder, white shorts and white socks as well with a red hoop at the top part of it. Led out by 2 goalkeepers, as Alan mentioned there in the build-up to this one. Romania have no substitute goalkeeper. Vlad Tofan will be starting in net for them in the all-pink. And it will be the Romanian anthem that we will hear first here. roar from the German players, a big roar from the German crowd as well. They are certainly pumped ahead of this one. Germany looking to get their second win of these championships, currently poised on just the 3 points after that opening night win over Italy by 2-0. But defeat to France yesterday by 2-1 here has made things look a little bit troubling for them, but they'll look to settle the nerves tonight of the home faithful with victory over Romania. 2 defeats for them, no goals scored, 10 goals conceded, 6-0 against England on Saturday and 4-0 against Italy, should I say, the following game after that. We can look at how the Germans line up today, and Pete, a couple of rested players, Lucas Smirik deputising, as is number 11 Hassan Koparan, and a changing goal as well with Sebastian Skleach replacing Sebastian Thermal.
Yeah, Rasmus Nyers also on the bench alongside Ali Chan Pektash, who is back from injury. Many people will be aware that he's been out for a full calendar year, and it's a race against time to get him back for these championships. And he's put in a couple of sterling performances in the first 2 games. Yes, Germany won 1, lost 1. Romania, well, they've played 2 and lost 2, conceding 10 goals overall. Here's the Romanian lineup. Yes, no substitute goalkeeper. So if the goalkeeper goes off injured, it will be one of the coaches or the coach going on, maybe the guard behind the goal. For Romania, the main man really, number 8, Arjulani Botez, who plays up front for Marburg here in Germany. The substitutes including the likes of Florian Kofkas, who's played quite a lot of their first 2 games, been on for pretty much the entirety of their performances, although he's found himself on the substitute bench here. Alexander Kuku back in defence, the tall number 3 with long hair. So the 2 teams being introduced to the crowd, and now they'll shake hands. That's what's happened so far. So Germany, you can see that 2-0 victory over Italy in their first game, and then followed up with a defeat to France, and France have just been turned over right royally here by England just before this game, and then it's 2 from 2 in terms of defeats for Romania. So shaking hands, the 2 teams and the coaches and the players and the referees. The referees will then go over to the touchline and shake hands with the coaches. And I mentioned before, there's a number of rules in blind football which I wish that maybe the 11-a-side game should adopt. The fact that there's 2 referees on the field, and also the fact that the coaches then shake hands with the referees just before the game as the last thing that happens. So let's listen out for the coin toss in the middle of the field. So the coin toss taking place. Looks like they're going to swap ends, so it will be Germany from the left in their all-white strip against Romania in predominantly all-red with a yellow side to their strip. So Germany will be shooting from left to right as we see it. If you're watching on this live stream, hello. Welcome to Berlin. It's day 4 and game 4 of day 4. They're the officials who are exactly opposite our commentary position. And when an official decision has been made, the referees will go to the halfway line, turn to the officials' bench and then make the decision clear, and then that will be told to the crowd on the loudspeaker. So Germany all in white, shooting left to right, Romania right to left. Final game of day 4 of these IBSA Blind Football European Championships 2017 here in the centre of Berlin, on the site of an old railway station, the ruins of which are away behind the scoreboard to our right. Really picturesque area of the city. Germany will be looking to not only get 3 points here, but put on a bit of a performance for the fans. Plenty have turned up inside the stadium tonight. There is a threat of a shower. We've already had a few little downpours today. Slightly slippery, the surface. Any questions you have, you can always post them on whatever link or stream that you're watching this from. You can follow us on Twitter at Euro 2017 Berlin. It's a great way to keep up to date with what's going on here in Berlin throughout the course of the week. So maybe if you're at work tomorrow, you can keep a look at who's winning and who's scoring the goals as well, and who's maybe going to go through to the semi-finals. Bit of a discussion on the bench here. It will be sorted out sooner or later. Yeah, follow us on Twitter at Euro 2017 Berlin. And any questions you have, you can ask us on Twitter as well. Just ask a question using the hashtag #TheSoundOfFootball. Hashtag #TheSoundOfFootball. And then we'll try and give a brief explanation about the game as we go along. Myself, Pete Selby, and Jonathan Bell next to me. And just a quick word about the football itself. It's a size 4 football, so slightly smaller than you use in an 11-a-side game. And there are ball bearings inside a UFO-shaped saucer that's stuck to the inside of the football. It makes a rattling sound similar really to a baby's rattle. That's, I think, the best description, and that's what the players are chasing, and get it under control and firing towards the net, and hopefully plenty of goals.
Well, the referee just making sure both goalkeepers are ready here. I don't think he's spotted on the far side. There's a German player around 2 yards over the line. He's moved back now, thankfully, and we are ready to go in this game then. Germany kicking from left to right as we look in the first period in their all-white strip, and that red V shape going from one shoulder to the other. They immediately switch it to the left-hand side, and the chance to attack now as they drift infield with Smirek. A first touch of the football in these championships for him. He switches it towards the right-hand side, searching for that German call on the halfway line, and receiving the ball at the back now is the big defender Koparu, who comes over the right hand side, tries to get past Koku, who's had a very good tournament so far for Romania. He checks inside inadvertently, but it was a good piece of skill in the end. Romania struggling to defend this though, as Koparan trying to charge through the centre. He may get a break here if he's receptive enough to it. Romania scrambling it away behind through Botej, who we heard earlier on from the German analyst saying that of course he plays in the Bundesliga here in Germany, and they'll be very much aware of the Romanian number 8, but a rattling start from not only the ball, but the Romanian defence as well, who will have to defend this corner on the near side. The German right, Tonzing, top scorer in the Bundesliga last year, worming his way in towards the edge of the penalty area. He's got 3 red shirts around him. Tonzing still battling away with the big number 5 of Romania, who is Kalota. He gets the ball away momentarily. Nistor on the halfway line. The captain for Romania will try and turn. He's got Fangman in his back. Fangman, a really commanding defender, and it was his teammate in the end, Koparan, coming in as well, who just chops at the legs of Mihai Nistor, the Romanian number 7. He goes down on the halfway line, and it will be a free kick to Romania, and a first team foul of the game for Germany. Of course, team fouls very important in this game, Pete.
Yeah, you're allowed 5 team fouls in any half. Any more than 5, then it will be given as an 8-metre penalty kick. And if you're watching the live stream, you can see below the flag, 1 cross there next to the German flag. And if they rack up 5 in this first half, any more, again, will be awarding a penalty kick from the 8-metre position. Here come Romania down the left-hand side with their number 7, Mihaly Nistor. Nistor trying to go into the D from that left, but the German captain Fangman shepherds the ball out. It rolls out for a corner though, so a chance for the Romanians, and many people here in the stadium will be supporting Germany and giving the Romanian team little chance of getting 3 points here, but an early goal could really put the frighteners on the crowd. So it's going to be Romania from the left-hand side, taken towards the broken line. Botez with a shot, and well saved, and good handling by the goalkeeper Shrelek. Good roll down the left-hand side and control. Tried to switch it to his teammates on the right. That just goes behind him, so Hangman has to recover the ball. In fact, it's number 11, Corporam, who goes himself over the halfway line, past the centre circle, over to the left, and it can't be picked up first time at all by Smerek, and goes out for a goal kick to Romania.
And Romania will throw this, and their coach on the screen at the moment, Sorin Lapadatu, not only the coach for Romania, he's the driver, he's the physio, he does absolutely everything down in Romania for the team. Of course, a lack of funding in Romania, but it is getting bigger in that country, he tells me. He says that the official Romanian Football Federation recognise the blind football team as one of their own now, and of course they supply the kits for the team as well, which is fantastic. And they're doing a good job here at keeping Germany quiet so far, and the home crowd as well, a bit frustrated by this start. Germany not being able to create these sort of opportunities and carve open the Romanian defence as they may have expected come here. Tonsing on the right-hand side, battling away with Cuckoo on the near channel, and then it's Koparan worming his way in field towards the halfway line, forced back by Nistor, who's trying to surge down the left-hand side. He leaves the ball that goes to the right, and Fangman goes across to sweep up, clear away. It will slowly trickle towards the halfway line, and there is nobody in the centre at the moment who is reacting to the rattle in the ball. Eventually getting there is Lukas Smirek. Smirek on the left-hand side, checks back on the dash line, now goes towards the centre circle, coming round in a wide arc, side on towards the goal as he comes to the near side. Tonsing now takes over. He's forced back to the halfway line by the opposite number, Cuckoo, and now Fangman's on the left-hand side. Fangman trying to be commanding and take things out from the back like he did in the first game against Italy. Can he get his second goal of the tournament? In towards the edge of the area. A tackle from Botes, accidentally went to block the ball. The two shake hands after that one, but Fangman winning his side a free kick in a very dangerous position, Pete.
Yeah, Fangman did very well down the left-hand side, stopped just after the broken line, then turned back towards the centre on his right foot, and we know he possesses a real fearful shot. Already scored one of the best goals of the tournament in the first game, and just as he was about to let fly, taken out completely by Botes. So the first team foul for Romania. That's one each in terms of team fouls, and a real chance here for Germany from 8 metres out. Very central, if not slightly to the left. Fangman himself is standing with Jonathan Tunzing. The taller of the two is the captain, Fangman. So the coach behind the goal, you can see, just tapping the two posts to signify where the goal is in relation to the players and give them a better idea of its location. Looks like it's going to be Tunzing just to roll it for Fangman to let fly. Yes, indeed, right-footed, takes a deflection and goes wide. It's going to be a corner to Germany, and a polite round of applause from the crowd here in Berlin. A corner to Germany from the right, shooting from left to right in their all-white strip. Germany needing a win here for any chance in Group A. Good strike on goal, just hit the arm actually of Cuckoo, and that spins wide for this corner. Looked like it was travelling towards the net. I think the goalkeeper actually might have been in a lot of trouble there if it didn't hit Cuckoo. Anyway, corner taken. Here goes Tunzing trying to worm his way into the area. Left-footed shot again, takes a deflection and spins wide. So it's going to be a corner this time from the left. Obviously joining the game, the crowd falls silent, but when the ball goes out, they've got a little bit of time to give encouragement, a round of applause, or even a cheer or a chant or two. So 3 minutes and 16 seconds gone in the final game of Group A today, final group match of day 4. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 o'clock local time, the first match. Squared over to the right-hand side, and Koperman can't get a clean shot on goal. He's still got the ball on the right by the corner. He's got Cuckoo next to him, both tall individuals, just keeping the ball from going out of play. Using that kickboard, which is slightly slanted away from the players, so when they do run into it, they've got a little bit of leeway. Going to ground, nothing given. It's in the D, though, so if they get a clean strike at goal, it's going to be difficult for the keeper, so he dribbles just outside of the D to a more central position, just loses where the ball is with his feet. And a long throw out by the goalkeeper. It needs to bounce inside his own half at least once. There's too much on that. Runs out of play for a restart for Germany. So yes, a throw out by the keeper has to bounce once inside their own half, although if it doesn't, it will be a free kick on the halfway line. Can it be stopped from going out? Yes, it can, by Lukas Smirek. And he picks it up on the left, tries to square it across towards Tunzing. He'll do well to keep it from going out of play, and it runs out for another restart, this time for Romania. Long throw out quickly, trying to catch the defence off guard. Well blocked initially by Nistor, and it runs out, and Romania will have a corner this time from the right.
Positive from Nistor, tasked today to lead the line at the front, the Romanian skipper. And it's an opportunity now for some of the Romanian players to get forward. One of them, to be precise, Cuckoo, joining Nistor on that far corner. Romania in their all red with the yellow numbers. One on their front, a smaller number, and one on their back as well. And they take this on the right-hand side. Nistor gets it from Cuckoo. Nistor trying to pirouette towards the right corner of the area. It's been well marshalled here by Koparu, the number 11, who goes down, but Nistor comes out on top. Can he beat Fangman for pace? The answer is yes. Tight angle, he goes for the shot, he slips over the ball, he picks up possession on the right, another shot from him, and this time it's Koparu back to block it, and it goes towards the halfway line. Nistor not giving this one up. He's got no support from his teammates, who are all camped midway inside their own box. And now the ball goes all the way back out for a Romanian ball, and a bit of respite for their defence as Vlad Tofan, the number 23, bowls it forward towards Nistor, who I think was more preoccupied by the attention of Alexander Fangman behind him than he was the ball coming towards him. So a throw at the other end now, this time the near right, midway inside the Romanian half with Tonzing, trying to wriggle his way inside of opposite number Cuckoo. Cuckoo, who looks like a member of Kasabian, just coming up towards the halfway line and trying to tackle Koparu, who does a very good turn indeed. Releases Tonzing on the right side of the area, cuts it on the left foot, real chance, he just slices it with the outside of his left foot, couldn't wrap his foot around it, and it drifts wide of the far post.
Yeah, long throw out by the Romanian keeper, just bounces in his half as the silence please signs are held up. Long throw out by the German keeper this time. Once again, these long throws are being employed, really working for the Turkish team in their couple of games so far in this tournament, the defending champions. Picked up in the deep by the youngster Jonathan Tonzing, just losing out on the edge of the D, and it's cleared by Romania. Anywhere will do for the Romanian defence at the moment. The one player forward for them is number 7, Mikhail Nistor, the captain. Long ball forward to find Tonzing, this time on the right-hand side. Comes up to the D and can't stop it from rolling out of play. So again, it's going to be a restart for Romania. But first, there will be a substitution, and it's going to be for the white shirts of Germany. Coming on will be Ali Can Pektaş, who's back from injury. He's been out for a year with a really bad knee injury, and he's been fighting hard to get fit for these championships. He was the 4-time Golden Boot winner in the German Bundesliga. Going off, he's number 11, Hasan Kopran. So it will be Ali Can Pektaş on the far left for Germany, and on the far right, it will be Jonathan Tonzing.
Yeah, and Ali Can Pektaş, our German colleagues were telling us up here that he is 110% passionate for the cause. And we saw that yesterday when they lost to France. He was more upset than anybody on the pitch. They'll be looking to put that right now. So it's at the back with Smirek coming towards the halfway line, dead central, angles it towards the left with a low ball. Now Ali Can Pektaş, first touch for him, worming his way into a central position from the left, now darting forward towards the left side of the area, really good solo run from him. A left-footed shot, skews wide of the right-hand post in the end. Vlad Tofan not having to make a save, he throws it towards the right-hand side. The sting of the pace of the ball taken out a little bit by a deflection off Pektaş, but that doesn't stop Nistor from controlling well on the right-hand side on the broken line. He's got his back towards goal at the moment. In his back is Lukas Smirek, the number 4 for Germany. He goes into the kickboard, does Nistor, forced back, but then a nice quick turn away from Smirek momentarily got him clear of the German defender, who in the end comes back, wins the ball and plays it towards the left-hand side and the halfway line. Cannons off the shins of Pektaş. Back now for Smirek, who's had a good start to this game. Lukas Smirek, he didn't play in any of Germany's games in the first 2 days of competition. On the pitch now though, and part of this 0-0 game, almost getting towards the 7-minute mark. Nistor, the number 7 for Romania, midway inside the Germany half. He's got 3 white shirts swarming towards him. Nistor bundles his way towards the byline, and he may have got an elbow in the face there from Fangman, and he goes down Nistor, and I don't think he's going to get up any time soon. In fact, he has. Very brave stuff from him. Down the right-hand side, it goes for Tonzing now. He's trying to wriggle his way towards the byline. The game getting a bit scrappy, Pete, 0-0.
Long throw out by the goalkeeper for Romania. Down the left-hand side, Tofan throws, and once again, too much on that, and that's a theme of this first 7 and a bit minutes in this game. Long throw-outs by the keeper, not being controlled by, especially for Romania. Controlled this time by Ali Can Pektaş, who dribbles from the left over to the right-hand side, stops, goes back again, being forced back to the halfway line, tries to find where the ball is. If the ball does stop, then the referees can come over and just roll their foot over the ball to tell the players where it is. Here goes Pektaş, though, heading towards goal. Past the broken line, central position, edge of the D, goes to ground. It's going to be a free kick in a really dangerous position for Germany. The number 5 for Romania is not happy at all. The big Cosmin Colota, he tripped Ali Can Pektaş, and this is going to be from 8 metres out, very central. There's the referees on the sideline, and that's the second team foul for Romania. Once again, you're allowed 5 team fouls in a half, and if any more are committed, it will be an 8-metre penalty for every further foul, and that penalty will be from roughly exactly where this free kick will be taken from. So currently the 2 team fouls for Romania and 1 for Germany. You can see those indicated below by the crosses on your screen below the flags of the nations. So could this be Fangman once again from a very similar position as he had a free kick around about 5 minutes ago, where it took a deflection off the wall and went over the bar and wide. And I thought the goalkeeper was going quite early with his dive last time. Fangman's the taller of the two, the captain, wearing 10. Next to him is Jonathan Tongsing, the young superstar of German blind football. Looks like it's going to be Fangman. It is. Right-footed shot over the top of the crossbar. Doesn't take a deflection this time. Just goes too high. Even though the goals have been extended in width and height, it's too high from the German captain and too far from the throw-out once again by the Romanian goalkeeper. They've only got one man forward at all times, have the Romanians, Mihaly Nistor, so that's why they're using this tactic. But I think they might have to change their minds. But the one thing that they have done so far is keep Germany out. But here goes Tonsing into the D. Right-hand side, can't get a clean shot on goal. Should have maybe gone with his right foot instead of his left. Long throw out again by the keeper. Nistor can't pick this up. And they're just giving the ball away to the Germans, aren't they?
They absolutely are, Pete. And they have the ball now with Ali Can Pektas just coming over the halfway line. Darting down the centre, a good run. Denied, though, by Botej at the back. Currently at the bottom of the anchor for Romania. The ball cleared away from Botej towards this near side. Tongsing now has it just over the halfway line. Slowly encroaching forward down the centre. A very ambitious effort from closer to the halfway line than the goal line. He fires it over with the left foot, but a really good effort from Tongsing, encouraging for Germany, who now concede a corner at the other end. It looks as if Romania are just going route one, with Tofan bowling the ball down the centre. This time it came off Fangman, who struggled to get his bearings right, and he had to just divert it behind him for a Romania corner. Right-hand side, Nistor, the captain, goes across the tape. Botez joins him as well. Two very good players for Romania, the two main attacking outlets, probably the two only attacking outlets. Botez now has it right-hand side, near where he took the corner initially. Squares it for Nistor, real chance, well saved from close range by the goalkeeper. Parries back out for Botez on the right side of the area. It's a 2-on-2 here, risky stuff from Germany, who have left two men forward. Botez having to retreat towards the halfway line now to pick it up as it goes from the far side to the near, and Tongsing can maybe set up a counter-attack for Germany. Just bit of wizardry from him as he goes from right to left, and then he plays it towards the left-hand side, and Ali Can Pektas, but it rolls a bit too far for him, and out of play it goes for a Romanian ball. So again, Tofan, no messing around, straight forward for Nistor, who just again lost track of the ball. These quick balls forward from Tofan do puzzle the German defence. The rattle is coming towards them at a rate of knots, but also the attacker there for Romania, Nistor, just as much struggling as the German defenders. Left-hand side, the ball now is with Smiret, just approaching over the halfway line, coming into a central position, trying to angle the ball towards the left-hand side and towards Ali Can Pektas. Again, it goes out, and again, it's a long throw forward, and again, it's Fangman and Nistor missing the ball, and Schleck can greatly grab it.
Over to the left, and Germany once again building from deep, completely contrasting tactics in this game. Good ball down the left to find Pektas, who just goes back to that broken line. Now drifts inside. Is he going to shoot it from distance? No, he's going to put his foot on the ball and try and go to the left, but runs into the tall figure of Alexander Cucu, who just knocks it to the right-hand side and completed clearance by Coletta. But those back three for Romania, they're only there just to stop the ball getting into their net, and they're having a tough time stopping Fangman at the moment. Left-footed shot goes wide, takes a deflection on its way, so a corner to Germany. The only tactic they've got currently is just throwing the ball downfield, the Romanians, trying to pick up Nestor, and to be fair, they're not having a great deal of success with that. There's the coaches of Germany looking on anxiously, because they're still goalless after 10 minutes of this first half, 20 minutes each way, and the clock, as you noticed, has stopped, and it will stop for any incident, such as maybe a corner, a substitution, a foul. Let's have a look at the replay. Well, we've got this corner. It's Fangman, and it was a wicked deflection there. Could have easily sent the goalkeeper one way and the ball going the other. It just whistled past the post, and a number of goals so far in this tournament have been scored by deflections. Looks like we're all set and ready to go once again. So a corner to Germany from the left-hand side. Fangman's lurking on the far right-hand side. Is he going to receive this flip ball forward? He will do, but he's further back towards the halfway line than the goal line. Fangman just loses where the ball is. Now inadvertently backheels it towards goal. Lovely little pirouette away from the defence. Can't get a clean strike on goal, and that's going to run out. Got another corner though on the right, so a bit of consistent German pressure here. encouragement trying to be given by this crowd. Good crowd here in the centre of Berlin for this final game on day 4 of the IBSA Blind Football European Championships. Hopefully enjoying this coverage wherever you are in the world. Square ball over to the left-hand side, Pettas and Fangman. And Fangman once again in plenty of space. Then they're going to have another corner, this time on the far left-hand side for Germany. And if you are enjoying this coverage, then please let us know via Twitter. Best thing to do is follow us at Euro 2017 Berlin. And if you do, it means you can stay in contact with us and find out what's going on, maybe when you're at work or away from your screen. Good ball across to Fangman, who controls it in the D. Shot takes a deflection, and that's about the 5th corner on the bounce. And if you have any questions or you want to get in contact or let your family and friends know that you're watching this football, then use the hashtag #TheSoundOfFootball. Now, I make this the 5th corner on the bounce, Jonathan. That's Germany will have, and it's from the right.
And the pendulum of pressure definitely going in Germany's favour at the moment. The initial corner is deflected off Cuckoo back towards the near side, and Pektas again, and you can make that number 6, Mr. Pete Selby, because the ball has gone out once more, and another corner for Germany to take. Alichan Pektas stood over the ball at the moment, and only one man back for Germany, and that's Smirek. Nistel's been left up as well for Romania. Look to defend this as Alichan Pektas goes all the way back towards halfway. Botas with him all the way. Botas will know Alichan Pektas and the other German Bundesliga players very well indeed, and he's certainly making himself known to them here as well as he clatters into 2 of them. Botas down the right hand side, real chance, gets near the area, shot comes in, it deflects and squirms towards the goalkeeper, but once again another counter charge from Romania almost leads them to a shock advantage in this match, but fortunately for Germany, the game remains goalless with 9 minutes remaining. So Pektas dancing down the left-hand side of the pitch. It's Carlotta coming across to try and intercept. Carlotta has a lot of strength, not much pace though, and he's struggling to keep up with Pektas here. Botas has to come onto the scene, right corner of his own box to sweep it away to the far side. Pektas now in the left-hand side. Wins a corner of Carlotta, and I think as time is going on, it's seeping into the German players. The pressure of this game, they know how they must win it after that England win against France earlier on today. Pektas will take the corner on the left-hand side. He's got a man behind him who is Smirek this time around. And it's Fangman who will stay at the back. Tongsing lurking at the bottom of your screen, and he's trying to get the ball now. It just rolls behind him, so he has to go from the right corner of the area back towards the broken line. He goes on the outside of Cuckoo. Cuckoo gets back and he spins the ball, and it stays stationary, so the referee has to come onto the scene to just give it a little tap and a wiggle, and the rattle is back once again on the left-hand side. Pektas now has it midway inside the Romania half, checks back towards the edge of the centre circle in a central position, dancing his way through the defence, gets towards the goal area and just lost track of it with his left foot, inadvertently poked it with the right, and it goes out for a goalkeeper's ball for Romania, and Romania in fact now calling a timeout here, so a chance for the team in red to regroup and reflect on what has been a very successful first 12 minutes.
Yeah, they've successful by keeping the opponents out there, because they've conceded 10 goals in the 2 games so far, 6 to England and 4 to Italy. So timeout called by Romania. Each team has 1 timeout per half, and they're off the field for a minute. You can see the ruins actually of the train station just behind there. Lovely shot of the Romanian coach giving instructions to his team. Yeah, we're on the old site of a major railway station, and we will be sitting actually on the lines itself, and it really adds to the amphitheatre created here for these Blind Football European Championships, held in Berlin for the first time. Next year's the World Cup over in Madrid. The semi-finalist here, so if you do qualify for the semi-finals by finishing in the top 2 of your group, you go through to the World Cup next year. So added impetus for these players to do well, not only just for this tournament, but obviously for the World Cup next year. And it's in Spain, so they automatically qualify. So if Spain get through to the semi-finals, which many expect that they will, then that 5th place playoff game doesn't become a boring dead rubber at all. It's they'll be fighting over a spot at the World Cup, and what a prize that is. So once the timeout is finished, then all the players, as you can see, their headgear is going to be checked, and their blindfolds, and they've got gauzes underneath just to protect the eyes as well. Obviously every player needs to be at B1 level fully blind, so blindfolds and gauzes are applied. Long throughout once again, we'll go straight through for a German restart. Yeah, if you go onto our Facebook page, our official websites here at IBSA, then you'll see the fixture list. Plenty of big games coming up, including Germany against England on Wednesday afternoon, which could be very crucial in Group A. But Germany will need to get past Romania for that match to possibly count. Here goes Fangman, the captain, down the left-hand side, just prods it forward and finds Pektas inside the final third. He's going to drift inside. No, he doesn't. He squares it over to Tonzing. Good football here by Germany. Here goes Tonzing, dribbling now towards the D, but his shot goes wide on the left-hand post. But good possession football there for Germany, and he gets a round of applause from the crowd.
Nistor at the other end, left corner of the area, controls well, tries to turn as he faces now the byline. The man behind him is Smirek, and Nistor just runs out of room there on the pitch, and it goes out of play for a goalkeeper's ball. So it's Schleck who throws it forward down the right-hand side, and trying to control the ball is again Tonzing. Gets goal side of Kuku, the opposite number 3, and Tonzing then wants to check back inside and shoot again towards the exact same corner that he aimed for a few moments ago, but it drifts wide of the right-hand upright for Vlad Tofan, who can gladly bowl the ball forward. It may have caught a deflection off Fangman. The referee disagrees, and it's just a goalkeeper's ball for Germany. So the rhythm of this game slightly disrupted by that timeout for Romania a few moments ago, and Germany were enjoying a good spell of pressure before that. And it's been dismantled somewhat since. Fangman trying to change that though. Drifts past Kuku and gets to the right corner of the area. Kuku though coming across. He's been a very impressive defender in these championships so far for Romania. What has been some turbulent fixtures for them. Tonzing now drifts his way in field. Did he get tripped by Kuku? Possibly so. The referee disagreed, and it comes off his foot in the end. And once again, Vlad Tofan gets a touch of the ball with 2 hands. He will use his right hand to just skim it down the centre of the pitch, and again Nistor too busy to be occupied with the German defender rather than go to the ball. And Germany with Pektas down at the other end, midway inside the Romanian half, left-hand side, comes in field, then checks back out to the outside now, giving Kalota a bit of a run for his money, but Kalota jockeying well, and Pektas has to pass the ball to the right-hand side instead. It's a good ball for Tonzing, who's a bit of room just near the corner on this near side. Drifts inside, edge of the area, again goes for a left-footed shot. It would have been a third one in succession, however he didn't make contact with it. Kalota did inadvertently, and puts it behind for a Germany corner on the far side. Germany have certainly had a lot of shots in anger so far in this game, but you have to say most of them have been from distance, and when we look at the highlights reel at half-time in around 6 minutes, it will be Romanian chances that will be the main feature of the half. Germany have had more possession, however. Nistor darting down the left-hand side. He's only got one man to beat, that's Smirek. Fangman recovering as well. Nistor on the left-hand side, just trying to get towards the byline here. Nistor then turns inside, and he's on the broken line, laterally having to run towards the far side now. Nistor battling with Smirek towards the board on the far side, and Smirek showing exactly why he should be getting a regular starting jersey for Germany, because he defends very well against Nistor, wins the free kick midway inside his defensive zone on the left-hand side, and Nistor will be penalised for what should be Romania's 3rd team foul of the game.
Yeah, 3 team fouls against Romania. So, of course, once they get to that mark of 5 anymore, will be an 8-metre penalty kick. Now, the ball itself, it's a size 4 football with those ball bearings inside a tin UFO-shaped disc that's on the inside of the ball, making a rattling noise, and that's what the Romanian defenders can hear bearing down on goal, but the shot by Fangman goes wide. And again, the goalkeeper's going to employ this tactic of throwing the ball long. Actually, this time, throws it off the board to Nistor, who can now control and get the ball inside German territory. Now he's making his run, past one. He's got one more left, but just drifts over to the left and pushes him over. So not only has he given away a foul, but possibly another team foul, which will mean only one more remaining until possible 8-metre kicks. Just wait for the official to come to the halfway line. Now he's going to signal to the team on the far side. And indeed, it will be the 4th team foul for Romania. So personally, I think Romania should really change their tactic here. I know they've got 3 defensive players who are doing very well now, because obviously the Germans haven't scored, but having this one lone forward trying to receive long throws outs, that's not been very successful so far in an attacking sense, but maybe it's just their idea to keep the score down and possibly get a 0-0 draw. Here come Germany once again. Over the halfway line, the ball runs to Jonathan Tonzing, but tackled by Kuku, can maybe bring it forward over halfway. Does so, past one, but cleared by Fangman over to the left, where Alichan Pektash is plying his trade. Goes past one, in towards the D, real chance here, and breaks the deadlock. Alichan Pektash with his left foot from the left side of the D into the far right-hand corner. And after 15 minutes, the crowd here go wild because Germany are in front by 1-0.
Wonderful goal from Alichan Pektash. I said how the heartache yesterday of the defeat to France really got to him more than anybody in the German team. A wonderful dart down the left-hand side of the area, and a low left-footed shot across the goalkeeper Vlad Tofan and into the far corner of the net. He tried getting down low to deny the ball going into the net. He failed to do so, however. And Romania trail by 1-0, and things could get worse for them now because their captain, Nistor, will be going off. That may be an injury, you know, because he is not a player that you would choose to sacrifice. Florin Kovac coming on instead, but a wonderful bird's-eye view there of Alichan Pektash, who just belts it into that far corner of the net, and the eruption in this stadium, you could feel it in the commentary box. And I think our German colleague as well just turned up the music a little bit more there as the goal went into the back of the net in this stadium in celebration of that one. So finally, the Romanian defence is broken. Germany draw first blood. They lead 1-0. Alichan Pektash on the left-hand side, comes over halfway. He wants more. He senses more. He's coming down the centre towards the edge of the area, clatters into Kuku and wins a free kick. Obstruction, the call from the referee, and Alichan Pektash will get another opportunity to fire one towards the Romanian goal. The referee putting the ball down just behind the 8-metre mark, and he will be getting the Romanian defenders back to just inside their penalty area. It's a 15 foul for Romania, and what that means as the ball is prematurely put into the back of the net there by Fangman accidentally. The 15 foul for Romania means that if they concede any more team fouls in this game, then Germany will get a set-piece situation, more or less what they've got now, on the 8-metre penalty spot, one-on-one with the keeper. For now, though, it's a case of Fangman, the captain, stood to the right of Jonathan Tonzing, both of them licking their lips at the prospect of this one. They'll be aware, with the guard behind the goal, of how close to the net this is. The goalkeeper, Vlad Tofan, is the first to instruct to his defenders exactly where the three-man wall is, just to his left-hand side. And then the guide behind the goal for Germany, who is Werner Nordlohn, will then tap the post. There we go, the old ambient picking that one up there as he taps the right post and then goes towards the left. So now Fangman just to the right of centre and Tonzing just to the left, well aware of exactly where to aim for here. So Tonzing will take it himself, shoot left-footed, fire it into the back of the net, and the superstar of Bundesliga last year starts to apply his trade on an international stage as well. He doubles Germany's lead. The crowd have been waiting patiently for goals in this game, and they've waited for quite a while, and then out of nowhere, 2 in 2 minutes.
Yeah, glorious finish there by Jonathan Tonzing. The first 2 free kicks from similar position was taken by number 10, Fangman, but this time it was Tonzing who finds the back of the net emphatically past the goalkeeper with his left foot, and Germany will be breathing a sigh of relief. Before half-time, they are 2 goals up on Romania. Romania, of course, with those 5 team fouls, as Jonathan was mentioning as well, so possibility of more goals. And this will be easing a few nerves that were on the benches and in the stands here in Berlin. Here goes Romania trying to do something about it. Number 9 for Romania, piling forward, Kovacis, who gets to the edge of the D, tries to win it back from the goal scorer Tonzing. But Tonzing gets the better of Kovacis and brings it out for Germany. Tonzing plays it down the left-hand side to find Alichan Pektash, who opened the scoring for Germany in this game. 4 minutes remaining off the first half, and Romania have to survive those in terms of conceding goals and conceding fouls as well. Fangman back on his own D, clears down the left-hand side where he knows that the number 9 for Germany, Pektash, will be. Here he goes down the centre, across the broken line, edge of the D, left-hand side, low left-footed shot, saved by the goalkeeper, and the spin will take it back into his goalkeeping square. Good save by the goalkeeper there in the Romanian net. Managed to keep himself from diving one way or the other. He fell backwards, used his legs to block that, and quite fortunate that the ball span back towards him, but I'll give him credit. Here goes Pektash once again, past one, past the second, into the D again, and then a good tackle there by number 8, Adriani Bottas. He's a good centre forward for his club, but he's playing slightly defensively for Romania now, and he's made a really good tackle there on Pektash, who looked like he was about to score the third. Here's the second goal, and look at that, the goalkeeper maybe having number 5 block his view, but I think even if he could see the ball, he wouldn't have been able to do anything about that. Wasted corner by Germany, trying to do something different, scooping the ball forward and straight into the arms of the goalkeeper on the halfway line. It's with Germany on the right-hand side. Coming forward, Smirek just loses out to Koku, who's inside his own half. Back into the German territory and up towards the edge of their D. They're going to have to sort this out because it might not have the pace to run towards the goal, and yes, it does. So now the goalkeeper can clear. Side-footed down the left again to that man Pektash. Doesn't control first time of asking, but picks it up because it goes through the legs of Carlotta. Stops it from going out of play. Now he can do an arched run around the D from the left-hand side to maybe strike with his right foot. He goes too far, loses possession, but it could squirm over to the right towards Tonzin. You can see the dark clouds there in the background. That's going our way, so we're expecting rain possibly early on in the second half. Here goes Tonzin in towards the D, right-hand side. Can't get a shot off on goal. He does so just as the ball's rolling out of play, so it's gone wide. And rain has followed, actually, Germany in these championships. If you weren't watching for day one, the game had to carry over to day 2 because of a tremendous thunder and lightning storm here in Berlin. Kovačis loses out to Smirek, and the German defender inside his own third slices his clearance from the left-hand side, hits the right-hand kickboard, but picked up by Tonzin. He's the only man inside the centre circle. Now Koku comes across, beats him. There's only 2 men left to beat. Goes past the first one, down the centre, past the broken line, and surely that's a trip from behind by number 3 Koku, but none given by the referee. Stuck his arms out to say play on. Would have been an 8-metre penalty. A few cries from the crowd as well. Here goes the captain, Fangman. You can see the live pictures on the top left-hand corner as the replay shown. Let's have a look whether he was pushed over by the... Well, made a bit of a meal of that, did Tonzin. So maybe a bit of a connection with the knees, but I'm going to give the credit there to the official. 2 officials on the field. Here goes Tonzin once again, and his shot squirms out to the left-hand side, but it will be a goalkeeping restart for Romania. So they've done well, Romanians, to survive this last 4 minutes with those 5 team fouls. Over to the left, and that man Pektash back towards the broken line, stops in the centre. Now is he going to go down the left? Yes, he is. Towards the D, left-footed shot, goes in past the goalkeeper on his near post. He won't be happy with that, but the German crowd are delighted. It's 3 for Germany, 2 for Pektash, and possibly 3 points for Germany in their quest to reach the semi-finals.
Well, of course, Alichan Pektash has been waiting for this moment for a very long time in German colours. Out for a year with the knee injury. He's back with a bang. 2 goals in the back end of this first half. Romania, unfortunately, being able to hold firm in the first 10 minutes of this game. But in the second 10 minutes of this first half, they have really begun to crumble. And of course, they're still in that perilous position of having 5 team fouls next to their name. So we're coming towards the back end of this first period then. Just the 1 minute left. Germany leading 3-0, a much more handsome scoreline than what it was around 5 minutes ago. And Germany responding to the statement of intent set out by England earlier on today. It's going to make for a very fascinating matchup on Wednesday night. It's all about Monday night though. Action here in Berlin, and Kovac just absolutely powering into the side of Smirek. A great shoulder barge from him. Kovac still has possession, facing the halfway line, turns nicely away from Smirek, so it's 2-0 to Kovac in that battle. Fangman comes across and says, have a bit of me then, and then they go towards the far side. A good back heel from Fangman, and he certainly has the bragging rights over Kovac that time around. Comes towards the halfway line, checks his run, and then plays it towards the right-hand side. Carlotta gets an important foot on the ball, though. Doesn't second time around, he tries to clear it away, and I think that's a shot from him towards Sebastian Sleecher's goal. He can easily grasp it in 2 hands and then bowl it out towards the left-hand side. Alichan Pektash hungry for more goals. Can it be a first-half hat-trick from him? The answer is very abruptly no. The referee rudely interrupting Alichan's progress there, but that is because we have reached minute 20 and half-time in this game. Germany 3-0 up against Romania. Look at this as if they are swiftly bouncing back from the disappointment against France in their last game, of course, where they lost by 2-1. Pressure added on Germany's shoulders today with the thumping 7-0 win for England over the French. And Germany eventually have managed to respond. It was a tight, quiet first 10 minutes in this game. Romania had a couple of opportunities on the counter-attack that required Sebastian Sleets to be very much alert and able to get down low and deny Mihai Nistor on a couple of occasions, and also Adriani Botej as well. But then the floodgates began to open for Germany. The breakthrough being made on 16 minutes from Alichan Pektas, who then saw Jonathan Tonzing get a second, and Alichan Pektas completed a brace at the back end of that first period. 3 goals in 4 minutes then for the host nation. They lead at half-time by 3-0.
So welcome back to the studio then, and a 3-goal lead for Germany, but they didn't half make this home crowd sweat a little bit. It took quite a while to get some goals. Now, not only am I joined by Peter Selby, English commentator on the English streams, I've also got Mauricio with us, who's been delivering the German commentary and German audio description. I think, from a home perspective, you would have wanted to have had a few more goals a lot earlier in that game, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course, but I'm mostly happy that we just scored this liberating goal at least before the half, and then you see after the first we delivered second and third. So we are on the right way, and we are exactly on the way what Arne Schumann before in the interview say, to score as many goals as possible, and now we are on the right way.
You could sense a few nerves, couldn't you? Every minute that ticked on where we hadn't scored, the crowd, you could sense we're getting a little bit more nervous, but hopefully those 3 will lead to a lot more in the second half.
Absolutely, the crowd was nervous, and I'm quite sure that also the player were nervous, because it was the 2 players that I'm happy for them as well, that they finally scored. Pektas and also Jonathan Tonzing, who worked a lot in the first 2 matches, and I remember yesterday Tonzing's penalty going to the post, so they had a lot of unlucky scenes, and now I'm very happy that they scored, and hopefully giving him both the confidential to continue scoring, and not only in this match but in the important match against England too.
Okay, let's take a look at the highlights of this first half.
Yeah, the first goal for Germany coming through Pektas, who operates on that left-hand side, beating the goalkeeper low to his right-hand side. Great left-footed shot, and you could hear the relief inside the stadium as Germany take the lead. You can see after 15 minutes on the clock, and 15 minutes of dominating the game. Germany overall having 20 shots compared to Romania's 4, and that tells the domination of the half for Germany. But it took them a good 15 minutes to open the scoring, and as soon as that went in, the relief could be felt inside the stadium, and it was only going to be a matter of time before they delivered the second. A cracking left-footed effort by Jonathan Tonzing, the young superstar of German blind football, taking over the free-kick duties from Alexander Fangman, who took 2 from similar positions earlier on in that half. This time with his left foot just going out wide, away from the wall, and then switching from where he was going to hit it from the right to the left and beating the goalkeeper.
So this is replays
the third goal
of the goals coming in, and the third one. Keeper here will feel like he probably should have got more of a hand to that one.
It seems like a copy of the first goal Pektas scored. It was on the left corner, so his movement was going down the left corner, and then he picked out the right arm, but he was not able to get it 100%. Yeah, if he a bit more lucky, he could save this, but he was lucky in my opinion in the scene before where maybe he stepped out of the line and could provocating a penalty. So it's fine all in all, and with German perspective, of sure it's fine as well. But even if we talk about the statistic 20-4 shots, before when it was 0-0, there was one only opportunity. Romania was there, Basti Schleich was there when they needed them. If it came really, really bad for Germany, even they dominate this game, but they are 1-0 down.
Yeah, there was a moment where Romania were on the attack, and you heard the entire crowd breathe in and wait, and gladly it went off. Will the England result and how many goals they scored against France, will that change the mindset of the Germany team, or is it just purely about let's go out, win every game, and let's hope we get to that game against England and we've got enough to get through?
Well, of course they need to score now, and they know they need to score. Maybe the result, seeing France losing so high, giving them, encouraging them, and say, okay, maybe the goals can have an influence. But being honestly, I'm not a player, but it making maybe also afraid of the power of England.
Germany +1 so far in this group. They will go to +4 with a victory here. They go to 6 points and a +4 goal difference. And that is the frightening statistic though, Pete, here. England +13 so far. Two very good results. I don't think many people, Maurizio, thought that England would score 7 against France. Having seen them play against Germany, I don't think many people thought they'd get 7.
Me neither. I was totally surprised. We discussed before. We said, well, England gonna win, but like this way. But it was a perfect start. So, you know, when it works, you have this perfect day. After 33 seconds, there was 1-0 going on with the second, 3-0, 12 minutes, something around this, before first half-time ends. So it was a perfect run, and France had very struggling with themselves and with the wet underground. They were not able to stop one ball, and England do it easily and perfectly.
Thank you very much to Maurizio for joining us here in the studio. Pete, Germany will go on to win this. I think we're all quite happy with that. How many do they need to get now? That's the question. Not how many do you think they get, how many do they need to get here to show that they're still in this?
I think they need to get at least another 5 or 6 really to maybe get even towards double figures. The thing that they have against them is the way that Romania are playing. They're having 3 players on their edge of their own D at all times. What they need to do is change their tactics, the Romanians. They're trying to follow the example of Turkey by having a long throw out to one lone forward. The problem is the throw-outs aren't very good, and neither is the control by that forward. So they're losing possession at all times. It's wave after wave of German attack, but they have those 3 defenders. At the moment, I think their best bet is maybe getting 5 or 6 today and then just playing their own game and going from there. Yes, as we heard from Maurizio, they'll be slightly worried about the power of England. And also, I don't think it's just Germany who will be worried. I think it'll be the teams in Group B who are going to be facing possibly England in the semi-finals. They'll be looking at those results and thinking, hang on, we don't want to be playing them in the semis.
Something you might not know, you may know already, but something you might not know, the highlights of all of these games were actually showed on the subway system here in Germany. That's over 1 million people ride the subways at any one given time, so yeah, that's really good for the tournament as well. Lots of exposure here, Pete. Lots of people who are new to the sport though. Talk to me about how people can ask you questions if they want to, very quickly as the teams come through.
The best way is through social media at Euro 2017 Berlin. Follow us on Twitter. It means that when you're away from home, maybe at work, you can keep up to date with the scores. And if you want to ask us a question, use our hashtag #TheSoundOfFootball. Any questions regarding who you're following, about the sports, and tell us where you're watching as well, and we'll do our best to answer every single one of them.
Rio 2016, Pete, was an eye-opener. This one, outside of the Paralympic Games, it's huge. The crowds are loving it. We're going to go over to our commentary team in just a moment. It's Germany 3, Romania 0. Thanks for joining me in the studio. Jonathan Bell, he's here first.
Thank you, Alan. The graphic on the screen at the moment has a lot of room below those goal scorers at the minute for Germany to notch a few more onto their already impressive tally of 3 goals at the break. All 3 of those goals coming in the final 5 minutes of that first half. And the 2 teams being introduced once again to the pitch. On your screen there, Jonathan Tonsing just making sure his headgear is in place and having a word from his coach as well. And the man in the background there with the glasses just walking off the screen to the left is Werner Nordland, and he is the German guide communicating with the attackers for the home nation whenever they get into the final third. So we're just a few moments away from kickoff in the second half here. The official just making sure that the blindfolds have not been in contact with any scissors at the break, and holes have been put into them. Of course, these athletes for these championships are completely blind. They're in the B1 category, and so nothing like that does occur. And the officials on the far side just making sure that they've got a match ball first and foremost. The wry smile of the referee there as he walks into the centre of the pitch and just rattles the ball to encourage the Romanian strikers to come towards it and take the kick for this second half. So Romania will be kicking from left to right in this second period of 20 minutes. Germany in their white shirts with the red V-shaped V going from left to right, and also white shorts and white socks as well. So Romania kick off. Kovacs finding Botez on the right-hand side. A good run from him. Positive stuff from Romania at the start of this half. He gets towards the byline, runs out of room though, and it goes out for an immediate German ball. And Bastian Schleich will take this one. An important save in the first half. Only the one save for him behind Nostor, making it almost an assist there for Schleich as he throws it down the centre. Jonathan Tonsing, who is certainly you'd expect to be out-muscled by the Romanian defence, but he's got a turn of pace as the German number 3 that makes him very interesting to witness. Alichan Pektas laterally going inside from the left. Then when he gets to the centre, he always checks back onto the left again, and the Romanians this time reading that, but at the expense of a corner, which Tongzing goes to the far side to offer himself to take, and Alichan Pektas also wants a bit of the ball as well. So early on in this second period, Germany putting on pressure. After an early burst forward from Botez of Romania, it's now the Germans' chance to try and get one at the start of the second period. Alichan Pektas on the right-hand side, doing that trademark run of his back towards the broken line, then stands on the ball and clips it forward, trying to ask the Romanian defence a few questions. Cuckoo answers very well indeed and clears it away towards the German right-hand side, who are midway inside their own half here. And Lucas Smira, a lot of time on the ball, then gets past the on-rushing Botez and pokes the ball towards the near side over halfway. It's on the German left. Alichan Pektas side onto goal, faces the far side and plays it to Tonsing. Tonsing now has got his back to the man coming across to him, which is Anton, a half-time substitute for Romania. Tonsing then tries to go on the outside, and a good bit of nimble footwork from him, but Anton hassling and harrying, and a ball all the way along the broken line from right to left from Tongzing. Sees the ball be met by Alichan Pektas. He's got his back to goal. Cuckoo pressuring him all the way towards the halfway line. Then Cuckoo's got his arms wrapped around him here. Don't know if he's wanting a bit of a dance with Pektas or not, but at the moment the referee says no wrongdoing, and that's because Pektas has scrambled away with the ball towards the byline. He then pulls it back, squares it across the face of the goal. Tongzing jumps over the path of the ball there and controls it on the right-hand side, but it's been all Germany at the start of this second half. A clearance away from Anton gives these defenders a bit of respite, and now Botez striding forward down the centre against Smirek. Botez still going, but Fangman, just a big wall at the back there for Germany, managing to waltz forward with it, and Germany can attack again.
Pektas down the left-hand side, runs into Goku. It's going to be them two tussling throughout the rest of this match, and he bulldozes his way into the D and runs out for a corner. Well played there, the diminutive number 9 for Germany. 2 goals to his name already in this match, and Germany, as I was talking to Alan at half-time in the studio, will be looking to increase their margin of victory maybe into the 6s, 7s or even 8s, and try and really get back into this competition. Remember, they've got 1 defeat already, and that's to France, who have just been turned over by England by 7 goals to 0. Anyway, back to the match in hand. It's with Germany inside their own half. Bagman back towards the left-hand side, switches over to the right, where Tonsing, the young superstar of German blind football, will pick up, although he's pushed to the ground. I think that was slightly accidentally as well by the substitute for Romania, number 9, Kovacs. I think it's going to be a team foul anyway, but I will give him the benefit of the doubt there, because it looked to me slightly accidental, but it was obviously a foul. That's the first team foul for Romania in this second half. Put his arms out straight away, David Kovacs. But Germany with the free kick, and as you can see if you're watching this live stream, it's just inside the half of Romania on the right-hand side. Nice mazy dribble by Tonsing. He's not made his way further forward, but a lovely switch ball over to Pektas, who just fails to control it first time. Vaskin and trying to use the kickboards, can't. It runs out of play. Remember, the kickboards are just arched slightly away from the players, just to help them if they do run into them. Obviously, if they were 90 degrees, it would be, the impact would be an awful lot more. Here's Fangman, the captain, near side. Our position just there above these, as they switch play over to the right, leading Boteza Mary Dance, who's the only player forward for Romania. The white shirts of Germany piling forward now with Pektas. He's got options on his right where Tonsing will be, but tackled by Koku, who's now coming forward past the broken line for the first time inside the D. It's with Koku and also the number 8 Botez, who can't get a shot on goal, and it just runs into the hands of the goalkeeper for Germany. Throws down the right, uses that kickboard to throw the ball against. Comes to Tonsing inside the broken line, the final third, as you would have it. Wrestling with the defence, tries to drift back to the right. Now a chance for a right-footed shot, just loses his footing
as he was going to take that shot, left-footed shot wide of the near right-hand post. The goalkeeper had almost gone down to basically tell his defenders to clear the ball and throw downfield. Nearly lands at the feet of Botes, but at the moment, Jonathan, I can only see one team scoring, and it's Germany.
A lot more like this from Germany. Following the start of the game, like I said in the first half, they may have got some early chances. Oh, they got one there. Pektas worming his way past 3 red shirts, got into the left side of the area and darted one towards the goal with the left foot. It was going high into the roof of the net, but Vlad Tofan managed to just get fingertips to it to tip it over the bar and out for a corner on the near side. Germany will take Alichan Pektas coming across to the near side to have it, and also there as well. It looks like it is Tonzing. Pektas has it, goes back towards the broken line, just outside the edge of the centre circle now, worming his way down the centre, back towards the left where he just had that shot. He shoots left-footed, but it harmlessly goes towards the goalkeeper, who bowls it out towards the far side. Botes trying to get a bit of a break for his defence at the moment, because they've been right under the cosh. He does really well though, on the right foot, edge of the area, and he shoots it towards the kickboard rather than the scoreboard end net, and it will be cleared away by Fangman. It's a bit of a tame clearance from him though, and the ball is on the right hand side. Botes laterally coming infield, Pektas in his back, and Pektas wins the ball. Good play from the tenacious forward, coming forward in those black trainers, and he just walks past everyone like they're not there, and he buries it into the bottom right corner of Vlad Tofan's net. And if you want to get an easy hat-trick in blind football, just make sure that Alichan Pektas is your inspiration. Absolutely lapping up the applause of the crowd on the near side. Fantastic celebrations, and a big contrast to Germany's last game, where he was absolutely distraught at the end of that defeat to France, as a lot of Germans were. But they have certainly managed to reprieve themselves today. Germany leading by 4-0, and Alichan Pektas recording a hat-trick. And it's also the third hat-trick of the day in the championships, which is not bad going at all. Of course, Saleh of Turkey earlier on, he actually got a double hat-trick. And then we also had Roy Turnham of England, and joining that illustrious list is Alichan Pektas.
Romania on the left-hand side, trying to get back into this game. Botes, who will be their lone forward in this half, loses possession, and it's back inside Romanian territory, away to our left. I'll even turn my chair facing that direction because the ball's so often inside the Romanian half. But it's back with Germany, inside their own, and it's just pushed forward to the halfway line. It'll be intercepted by Romania, who can then go back over the halfway line. It's the substitute Kavakis who's going bearing down on goal and into the back of the net. What a goal by Romania, and number 9 Florian Kavakis. There was a huge hole in the German defence, and he took full advantage by going straight down the field. No need to stop. He went straight towards goal and then buried his shot past the goalkeeper. And a round of applause here by the German crowd, but taking many by surprise, including the German goalkeeper and the players. Well, Germany are in front, but Romania are now on the score sheet.
Pete, is that you moving your chair back towards the neutral bit again?
Yeah, I think it might be. It was that line, obviously, that done it for Germany. I think commentator's curse really came into fall there.
So a substitute being made, and Kovac's reward for scoring that goal comes off, and on the pitch comes Cosmin Carlotta. Slight error on the graphic on the screen. It doesn't count for 2 goals, despite how great that goal was for Romania. It still is the 4-1 scoreline for Germany, who will take this centre kick and continue their attack from right to left at the start of this second period. So a bit of a blotch on the copybook. Pektas tries to charge forward towards the offensive zone. He is stopped by Kuku, who still is battling for the second ball on the near side. Alichan Pektas has now got a bit of company coming from Carlotta as well. The ball is cleared forward by Romania towards the right-hand side, and with the ball is Tongzing coming in from the right channel in towards the centre circle. He's facing his own goal. He's got a lot of room around him, which you'll be told now as he's able to curve round in the circle and face the opposition net. Kuku is almost being shown a new pair of heels there as Tongzing comes towards the edge of the penalty area. Kuku almost losing balance due to the mesmerising run from Tonzing, who still has the ball. He's trying to run through 2 red shirts, and they are big players as well at the back there for Romania. You'd not want to get on the wrong end of Cosmin Carlotta and Unit Anton, but Tonzing, not afraid at all, bundles his way forward and wins a corner on the right-hand side.
Yeah, corner to Germany on the right-hand side. 3-man wall for Romania, who's back in this game. Just over 6 minutes, 5 minutes gone actually in this second half. Germany leading by 4 goals to 1. The final game of day 4. Nice flicked corner towards Fangman, who fails to control the ball. Has to go back to halfway to get it. Split it down the right to Tonzing. He'll do well to keep this in. He does so. He's got Pektash behind him. Fangman is square. Plays it to Pektash, who controls at the second opportunity. Goes back to the broken line. Drifts across himself. Doesn't want to lose the ball there, or else it'll be another break on for Romania with Kavakis. Pektash does well, gets it back for Germany, goes past Koku. Now he's edge of the D, right-hand side, left-footed shot, goes wide of the left-hand post. Not too sure the goalkeeper was correctly balanced there. I think it was going to creep in the far post. He would have been in a lot of trouble. Long throw out down the left for Romania. Player slips over for Germany. Good tackle there by Fangman, although if he didn't, it would have been Botes bearing down on goal. Fangman, good skid inside the centre circle and unceremoniously brought down by Kavakis, and it will be a foul and a free kick for Germany inside the centre circle, and it will be another team foul for Romania. That'll be 2 after 6.5 minutes of this second half.
Yeah, Botes then the guilty party in the centre circle inside the German half. Fangman straight away back to his feet. It's a long way down for someone as tall as Alexander Fangman, who certainly towers over a lot of not just the opposition but his teammates as well. One of them next to him, Alichan Pektash, who leaves the ball for Fangman now to dart down the left of centre. Good run down the inside channel. Kuku coming across. He's as committed as ever to the Romanian cause. Fangman then swings one towards goal. It hits the kickboard on the far side before it spins out of play. A long throw forward. Botes completely on the wrong wavelength there, to the frustration of Vlad Tofan in the Romanian goal. And the ball's at the other end with Schleich, who throws it down the right-hand side into the offensive zone. Is Tonzing, just holds it up towards the kickboard, and then clattering into him is Unit Anton. It comes off Anton last, and will be another corner for Germany, who must be almost into double figures just in the second half alone on the corner count. They've put a lot of pressure towards the Romanian net. I think that's why they got caught cold defensively with that goal from Florin Kovac. So it is a corner on the right. Pektash receives it from Tonzing. Looks to go for the short route towards the front post. Back to goal, right corner of the area. He's caught in 2 minds here as to what to do. Then goes back on the left foot, goes for the route that he's had so often in this game. Tries to stab one towards goal with the left foot, and it goes wide of Vlad Tofan's right-hand goal via a deflection. He thought he was going to pick that up for a throw there, Pete, but it's a corner instead for the Germans.
Yeah, corner from the left-hand side this time. So going over are the usual suspects, and that's Alichan Pektash and Jonathan Tonzing, who Fabrizio was mentioning. Fabrizio at half-time was saying about he's a young superstar of German football. It's Alichan Pektash, though, who will make the headlines after his hat-trick in this game. He's got the ball over on the right-hand side. It was a corner from the left, and he's found himself over near the halfway line on the right. He squares it for Tonzing, who's going to have a mazy dribble. In fact, he actually shoots from distance, cleans out a couple of defenders. Shot goes wide, through for a goal kick, and there's a few of them are going to be slowly getting to their feet in the defence of Romania, who are currently all over the place. Ball's downfield and runs out for a corner to Romania, so they're going to have to bring a few players forward, and they're not looking too happy with themselves, the Romanian defenders. Forward comes Kuku, and the other players, Carlotta especially at the back, who just had a bit of a kick towards the net of his own goal. Don't think they're too happy with proceedings at the moment. So just the 2 forward, including number 8, Adriani Botas, who goes to ground near the corner under a challenge from Smirek, who's on the field. Botas does well, shot from an acute angle, hits the side netting. With a chance of beating the goalkeeper from there, but a good effort nonetheless. Here's Alichan Pektash, just trying to find the ball inside the centre circle. He'll have to go back inside his own half. Smirek just tussling with Botes. They've had many clashes over the years. Botes plays his football domestically here in Germany. He does well, comes in from the left-hand side, over towards the right, loses out though to Pektash, who will now start to dribble down the left. He runs straight into Alexander Koku, and it's going to be a foul there committed by the tall Romanian. Now, it could be because of no voy called. Of course, players have to shout voy at all times to let players know where they are. If they fail to do so and there is a collision just like that, then it will be a foul. And yes, indeed, it's because of no voy called. And it's the third team foul as well. So just a reminder about the team fouls. You're allowed 5 inside 1/2. Any more than that, and it will be an 8-metre penalty. And that's the third for Romania, so they'll have to be wary of that with 10 minutes to go. So a free kick from deep. Fangman to the right of Pektash. It's going to be Pektash to take, and the referee's not too happy with that. I think it's either going to be a double kick, I think so, which means it's going to be a Romanian free kick. Pektash just kicks the ball away with a little bit of anger, but it's going to be a Romanian kick now from the same position, Jonathan.
Absolutely is, and Romania can just slow things down a little bit now and enjoy a little bit of possession, something they've not had too much in this game so far. Kovac and Kuku stood over the ball. Kuku far taller out of the two. He's got longer hair as well, but both of them wearing black trainers with orange laces. Kovac darting down the centre here, can't get past Fangman though, the captain of Germany, strong as ever at the back. And look at the turn of pace as he accelerates forward, gets to the left side of the area. A few German spectators getting to their feet there with Fangman bearing down on goal so rapidly. He loses possession though, loses track of the ball as well. It now goes over to the far side, just short of halfway. Kovac loses possession, and it's now on the left-hand side, and Fangman again, who stayed in that offensive position. Carlotta trying to get him from behind and clear the ball up towards halfway. Alichan Pektash then restoring some calm for things for Germany. He momentarily loses the ball and his progress is deterred a bit by Kuku. Kuku still not giving that ball up there, swinging towards it dangerously. Alichan Pektash once again regaining possession. A clash of horns between those two. Fangman coming into a central position, tries to toe poke it forward and running onto the end of it, but then he run into two very big Romanian defenders who can now spring defence into attack down the other end, trying to get the ball towards Adriani Botes. The ball rolls under his foot, and that will be a moment's rest once again for not only the players but up here in the commentary box as well. 10 minutes to go in this game. 4-1 to Germany. They can now make a change as well. A very good performance from Lucas Smirak. I've been impressed by the number 4. He waves to the crowd, looks very happy with his performance too. Came into this game sort of an unknown quantity as far as I was concerned. He'd not played in the previous 2 games for Germany so far, but he hasn't put a foot wrong. And coming on now is Rasmus Nares, and you know what to expect from him. 6'5", no nonsense.
Yeah, Rasmus Nares from FC St. Pauli is on the pitch, and you can tell he's a tall individual, quite an elegant player, and likes to get stuck in as well as the ball runs through to the German goalkeeper. A complete player, I like to think of Rasmus Nares, and looks like the ref's just telling Alichan Pektash just to back off a little bit and maybe calm down slightly. I think there's going to be a substitution in the next few seconds for Romania. I'm just seeing what the referee's done here. He's put the ball down on the edge of the D. There's going to be a timeout by the Romanians. So timeout for Romania, and then we'll come back to play and figure out what the referee's actually done there by putting the ball on the edge of the D. I must admit, I can't think of a reason why he's put the ball there unless the goalkeeper's possibly walked out of his square. We'll find out.
I think, and this is speculation, Pete, you know, we have to sort of work out what the officials are giving down there, because we don't have the pleasure of being able to hear what they're saying down on the touchline. But I do think that Pektash was stood in front of the goalkeeper Vlad Tofan before he threw that ball. Tofan was a bit aggravated by that. Pektash, he has got a bit of a record of dissent as a German number 9, and therefore the referee may have just been giving an indirect free kick to Romania on the edge of their own penalty area. Of course, we'll wait and find out if that is the case. The referee's going back over towards that ball, and then he goes back to talk to the other official again. But my suspicion is that Alichan Pektash has been done for a bit of unsporting behaviour, and he stood in front of the ball before it's been thrown, and the goalkeeper not happy at all either. So indeed it is a German foul.
Yes, it's going to go down as a personal foul, I think, for Alichan Pektash. Like I said, just a bit of obstruction really for Pektash on the goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper will get the game back underway once again. Once all the eyewear has been checked, just a quick word on the eyewear. Of course, every player has gauzes on top of their eyes, so in case there's any hands in the faces or pokes in the eye, and then they have the blindfold put over, so there is no sight. Here's a replay of what happened. So Alican Pektaş just pushing up against the goalkeeper there, and yeah, delaying the release of the ball. The game's got back underway. Long throw down. That could be a corner, actually, because it's come off a German leg, and it is indeed a corner to Romania. And yeah, the French team earlier actually had a new style of headgear and blindfold on. And I was talking earlier with the officials, and they said, yes, it's a bit of a test, really, in this tournament, that new blindfold. And I think it's going to be carried forward. You can see, actually, it's resting on top of the nose, and if there is a flailing arm or elbow, then it can push down on the nose, and that's why there's lots of blood injuries with nosebleeds, etc. Anyway, the corner doesn't come to much, and it will be Germany to restart with just less than 10 minutes remaining, leading by 4 goals to 1. Hat-trick hero is Alican Pektaş, and here goes once again Tonzing, trying to get his second and Germany's 5th. I think I'll be trying to get a word with Alican Pektaş at full time, as that ball just deflects to the goalkeeper for Germany. Overhead throw down the left-hand side, picked up by the man hopefully I'll be talking to after the game. So if you're watching this live stream, just hang on after the final whistle goes, because I'll make my way down to the pitch as soon as I can and try and get a word with one of the German players. And I think one of the questions I'll be asking, Jonathan, is basically, this group might come down to a match against England, and how do they feel after seeing England beat a team in France 7-0 who beat Germany early on in the competition?
Absolutely, a big statement of intent. Didn't know you could speak German, Pete?
No, I might have Maurizio for help on that one. Long throw out by the goalkeeper for Romania. Well blocked in the centre circle by Alexander Fangman, the captain. Moves away stylishly from the defence. Took a pot shot from distance, and that runs out of play. But good play there by Fangman, who gets a good round of applause from the knowledgeable crowd here in Berlin. Good throw out by the Romanian keeper, but once again, it can't be controlled. And that's just the story of the night for Romania. They're trying these long throws downfield, and they're failing to be controlled, and it's just giving possession back to Germany. There goes Tonzing again on the right. Inside is the opposition half just. Now goes back to the halfway line, switches play to the left where he knows Pektaş will be. He picks it up, edge of the D. Tries to air shot at the goal, but he's going to go back and try and pick the ball up. And he gets a corner for his troubles.
Certainly does, and Germany in corners is something that have gone together in my sentences quite a lot tonight. Once again they do now. Alican Pektaş going across to the near side, Jonathan Tonzing as well. You can just see in the background of that shot there, and only myself and Pete, which maybe you weren't expecting, but also the sizable turnout tonight as well. Alican Pektaş doing the wide arc from the corner, then he stops in the centre, and he comes up towards the area, can't get the shot away. But Alican Pektaş, it's no coincidence that every time, despite the fact he's unsighted, comes towards the centre and then stops. He's got a feel of the ball, but a feel of where he is on the pitch as well. The guard will be talking to him behind the goal, and it really is impressive stuff. Completely unaided by their eyes, these players, and it is amazing how they managed to locate themselves on the pitch. Fangman's doing very well as well, gets towards the edge of the area. I don't think he located a couple of the Romanians in front of him though. Clattered into one of them, Anton, who is still down on a heap as Cuckoo comes forward down the other end. He goes for a speculative effort towards goal, pokes it towards the corner, but it's well wide off Bastian Schleicher's net. He bowls it down the right-hand side. Anton's back on his feet now for Romania. He's trying to close down Tonzing, who worms his way in field from the right. Dead central, comes out towards the left side of the area now. Cuckoo's holding his arm, and Tonzing goes down on the left corner of the area. The referee says no free kick, and Romania will have it back in their goalkeeper's hands. Vlad Tofan in all pink bowls it out towards that left-hand side once again. Fangman there first, though, sort of acting as a shield in front of Botez, with Nunez just behind. Tonzing on the right-hand side now, midway inside the Romanian half. He's got Anton for company once again. Anton certainly put himself about a bit in this game. Tonzing's trying to keep the ball with 2 feet towards the kickboard, but he can't do it for too long because the referee will intervene, and the ball breaks away back towards the halfway line. Tonzing retrieves the ball and then checks back towards the right-hand side again. A trip possibly on the edge of the centre circle. The referee says no. Botaz going forward now to make it 4 men back behind the ball for Romania. Pektaş on the left-hand side. He's got Cuckoo in his back. Pektas falls back towards the halfway line. He's got Nayas for support, but Pektas wants to go alone. Pektas darting down the right channel now. There's a bit of room opening up for him. Patience does wear off, but then he loses track of the ball. And he almost collided into the referee there, retreating towards the byline. Romanian ball, again that throw down the centre, and Fangman has really sussed that out now because he is acting as the shield in front of Botes and Nayas. And he's winning every ball that comes his way. Fangman, he wants a goal himself here, he's getting a bit selfish, gets towards the edge of the area, almost paid off once again. Anton, I think, spent more time on the ground than he has upwards, and the one time that Fangman wasn't back there has meant the ball has slipped through for Botes. Botes one-on-one with Nayas. Nayas not giving it up, but Botes is forced out wide on the right-hand side. Nice pirouette from him towards the byline. Nayas getting his big long legs in there and managing to put a big foot on it and poke it over the halfway line. Pektas just left of centre, spinning around, trying to locate the ball, pinpointing it exactly right. Is Cosmin Carlotta there, who aims it towards the left-hand side with the poked clearance. Tongzing picking up on the halfway line, just in front of the officials' 10, swarming forward on the right, inside right channel, drifting in towards the centre now. He's got 3 red shirts around him. He's got past 2 of them. Carlotta's the last one, stood on the edge of his own penalty area, dead central, clears it away towards the near side, and now Pektas can turn, pirouettes in field. Can he get a sight towards goal? He comes in towards the edge of the penalty area. Carlotta collides into him, and the referee says no free kick, but it will be a corner on the near side. Just over 5 minutes remaining of this game. Germany 4, Romania 1, and Alichan Pektas laying on the back there. There's no sunshine to save her up, so it's certainly a case of an injury rather than relaxation for Alichan Pektas, and we're about to find out why he's on the ground. He was worming his way towards the centre, trying to get towards the edge of the area. Carlotta just shoved out an elbow there. And I don't know if that was cynical from him or it was just pure accidental. You always get told, Pete, that if you want to know if an elbow is purposeful, look at the fist. We couldn't get a shot of that on that shot there, but Alichan Pektas having his left knee nursed by the ice pack, and this could be pretty worrying stuff. The people on the pitch, the 2 physios, Thilo Novak and Ralph Benike, and they're just trying to sort out the German forward.
Yeah, of course, Alichan Pektas has been battling to get back into blind football for a year now, and he's been aiming at these European Championships. He's been out for a year with a knee injury, and I just hope and pray that it's not the same knee and the same issue that he's had, and that he'll be okay to continue. It's been his dream to get back and playing for Germany, and especially playing in a home European Championships. Certainly Alichan Pektas, who's been the 4-time Golden Boot winner in the German Bundesliga, out for a year, and taken over that mark was the young number 3, Jonathan Tongzing. But coming onto the field is the substitute number 4, that's Lucas Smerik, back on the field of play, so fingers crossed regarding the number 9 for Germany. Again, hat-trick hero Alichan Pektas. Corner to Germany from the left-hand side. Shot on goal was going wide from the substitute, and it's into the hands of the goalkeeper, who throws it and off the kickboard, and then he took out one of the photographers on the near side as well. It was going right for him. Anyway, goes into the German half, where there isn't a Romanian player. They're all back inside their own half. Rasmus Nayas, long ball down the left, trying to find Smerek, who can't pick that one up, and it will run through to the goalkeeper, who will have another opportunity, but he's going to have to throw down to find Botas, and he's not going to control that. It was too much on it, and he just appeals to the bench to say, look, what can I do? They've only got one man to try and throw it to, and he's got a defender standing in front of him. It's with Germany on the right and Tongzing inside the third of Romania. Runs into Filip Koku, into Alexander Koku, and it will be a free kick to Germany outside of the D, around 10 metres from goal. A very dangerous position, and it could be the 4th team foul as well for Romania. So once again, one more will mean it will be the 5th, and any more from that, it will be an 8-metre penalty kick.
Foul for Romania, number 3, third personal, and number...
So the free kick will be taken from 10 metres out, and standing over the ball, you can see there a picture actually of Alichan Pektas sat on the bench. He's got ice on his knee, and I think obviously they're just going to wait and see what happens with that. And I've just got my fingers crossed, because it'd be a real blow for Germany and their chances in these championships. Substitution for Romania. Coming off the field is number 6 actually for Romania, and that's number 6, Anton Newt. And then coming onto the field will be number 9, Kavakis.
You would feel as if you're Pektash that Lady Luck is against you. When you've been out a year, it took a couple of games for him to get actually into his stride again, and as soon as he does, he gets a hat-trick, and he gets a knee injury. And just like Pete, I have no idea whether it was left knee or right knee first time around that he injured, but it's certainly his left knee this time, and hopefully he probably won't return tonight because he's got the ice pack on him as he sits on the bench on the far side, but he should be able to return for a future game in a white shirt of Germany. Of course, their next game is on Wednesday against England. 5 o'clock kickoff local time. Make sure you do join us for that. So Germany free kick, just right of centre, just outside the penalty area.
Yes, taken by Tonsing, hits the wall and then goes wide of the right-hand upright. He's going to float into that top corner. Another wicked deflection. We've had plenty of those in these championships. It came off Botes and looped high over the bar. This will be a fantastic angle to see the free kick. So taken by Tonsing, hits the wall, that breaks. So it hits number 8, and there it goes, whistling past the top right-hand corner. And a number of goals scored so far in these European Championships here in Berlin have taken deflections off walls. And it will be a corner again to Germany, who surely are in double figures. And it's going to be from the right-hand side. And Tonsing back to the broken line, just gets tackled and taken down by the Romanian Botes. And this is going to be possibly number 5 for Romania again. We'll have to see the decision. Yes, free kick given, and here comes the referee to the centre line. And he's going to signify that it was a foul by number 8, and that is the 5th of team fouls for Romania. So any more, and it will be an 8-metre penalty kick for Germany. As it is, it will be a free kick on the broken line. See there, quite an easy decision for the officials. So a free kick to Germany on the broken line, a yard in from the touchline. You can see there the flag being put down. That flag basically signifies to the benches, look, any more by the team over to the right-hand side, which in this case will be Romania. And their coach is just gesticulating with the officials on the field. Not entirely sure why. I can't really argue. The foul was right in front of his position. I think he's actually having a bit of a joke and a laugh with them as well. They did say actually before the game, Jonathan, that they're here to have a good time as well as experience major championships for the first time. A new qualification in qualifying for these European Championships, actually hosted in Romania, and they actually got through in first place with Georgia behind them. And they're suffering in Group B at the moment are the Georgians. So less than 5 minutes remaining. So Germany 4-1 up, and I think they'll have possibly a couple of chances maybe from the 8-metre line, because I can see Romania maybe having more fouls in this game. So the 2 posts are being tapped, even though the distance is quite far to the goal. Just gives the player, probably Tonsing, the ability to run straight towards the net. Here he goes, more central position. He actually strikes it from distance, maybe a bit of a hurried shot. Didn't have the ball under complete control. It's over with Smerik on the left. Maybe he'll have a better option from the centre. Takes a shot straight at the goalkeeper. Doesn't hold on to the ball. He's telling his defenders, look, I've not got the ball. You're going to have to go and cover for my spill, should I say. And it runs out. And the goalkeeper will have another opportunity now with a goalkeeping restart. Of
course, always difficult when the crowd applaud, and rightly so. The goalkeeper saved there, but the ball's still in play and active. The players lose track of the ball and the rattle inside of it because they're too busy admiring and appreciating the applause from the crowd. Tonsing has it on the right-hand side, cutting in from that right-hand kickboard, then gets to a central position. Cuckoo is opposite number, battles across, and then Fangman goes down, in the penalty area, goes down on the right-hand side. Botes again living a very dangerous and charmed life at the moment, clattering into Fangman, and it will be a throw for Romania. Throw it down to Kovacs, a very unorthodox fashion, goes down to his knees there to receive the ball, eventually manages to get up again and have possession of it, slightly losing track as he bundles his way through 2 defenders. Nayas is one of them, and he'll just guide the ball back towards the goalkeeper. He can't pick it up, so he aims it very accurately indeed towards the right-hand side. Good pass that from Schleck, and now it's Tonsing laterally running infield to the central point. and then he looks out to the right again. Fangman was an option, he didn't go for it, and Botez can scamper down the left-hand side instead. Goes past Nayez, Kovac can't react in time, he'll go into the goalkeeper. Sledge, who just manages to avoid the big man just in time. And Germany can start things from the back. So 3 minutes remaining in this one, and it's the number 3 Tongzing with it now, cannons it off the referee's foot, but it doesn't really deter the ball from meeting its intended target. Lucas Smirik on the near side. He's got in his back Cosmin Carlotta, who's played every minute of every game so far for Romania in this competition, and battling away as ever at the back. He forces Smirik into his own half, left of centre. He aims a low diagonal ball towards the right-hand side, and Tongzing to chase, but it cannons just off the corner of the kickboard on the far side and out of play for the goalkeeper's ball. Once again, it's a long ball forwards from him. And got a question earlier on social media saying, can the players slide? Well, I think Kovac has just answered your question there. You certainly can. The players wear knee padding, some of them as well, because of course these AstroTurf pitches, anyone that's been in goal on an AstroTurf pitch will know exactly what they can do to your knees. Cuckoo has got all the way here. Heavy touch as he gets towards the danger zone and the edge of the area. And at the last, Sledge has to throw it away. A bit of an anti-climax that for Romania, but Cuckoo again, he's such a solid player. 8 out of 10 every week, 10 out of 10 in terms of effort. Getting up towards the halfway line, he and Nayez collide. A bit of a David Goliath v Goliath contest, should I say, rather than David v David. The ball then goes out of play down the other end, and Sledge will be able to throw this from the back. All in green, throws it down the centre, overhead throw, and Kovac gets the ball, charges down the centre. Romania have enjoyed a few opportunities towards the end of this game as Germany push men forward trying to get another one. Kovac gets towards the byline, then fires it in towards the near post. Tight angle, impossible angle, and easy for the goalkeeper Sledge to have. So a minor timeout here just for the referees to make sure that Nayez has his laces tied. Big green trainers of Rasmus Nayez. There must be bouldering the size where you have to start getting your own made online, because he is a massive player, is Rasmus Nayez. He's managed to get a shirt big enough for him, and trainers as well. And so far, this is a big enough scoreline for Germany to be content with. 4-1 up, and the ball down the centre as they try and get a fifth. A good block from Carlotta, who goes towards the left-hand side. Botez picks it up over the halfway line, the number 8. Wriggles inside 2 white shirts, slightly off balance a bit by the left leg of Fangman. And then Kovac pursues Botez there. That may have put off the latter, who would not have known that it was his teammate behind him. Meanwhile, at the other end of the field, Fangman charging towards the byline, trying to get a German fifth here. Of course, goal difference massive in this group, especially after England's 13 goals in their first 2 matches. Tongzing getting towards a central position. Carlotta diverting the ball towards the near side. Now Smirik gets into a central position on the edge of the centre circle. Gets past the on-rushing Cuckoo, then stops, checks back, toys with Cuckoo, does Smirik. He gets past Cuckoo for a second time, then he goes for a shot. Botez comes across, and I don't know if the referee's going to give a free kick here, or it's just going to be a drop ball, because it seemed to me that as Smirik toyed with Cuckoo and seemed to have him on a bit of string, if there is string long enough for Cuckoo, Smirik then goes for the shot, and indeed Botez got there and got the man before he got the ball. So great bit of footwork from Smirik on the edge of the centre circle, comes towards the right, then goes to strike the ball, and Botez there just levers up Smirik into the air, and it was no free kick. The referees, of course, cannot be influenced by what's on the scoreboard, but the ball is given back to Germany as they had possession. Tongzing, right-hand side, trying to get past Cuckoo again. Cuckoo wrestling with Tongzing. Carlotta comes onto the scene as well, but Tongzing will not give up this argument on the far side between he and his opposite number, Cuckoo. Tongzing loses track of the ball as the number 8 Botez can then get things forward, and Kovac is on the charge. It's a 2-on-1 in favour of Romania, but they won't have chance to make the most of it. An applause from Kovac there, because Romania do manage to score a goal in this game. However, it is Germany that come out on top. A standing ovation from the near side in particular, as a 4-1 success means that the home nation will get their 6th point of these championships, a 2nd win for them after their win on the opening night against Italy by 2-0. The crowd liking what they have seen and heard from not only those on the pitch but off it as well. A super atmosphere tonight when those 4 German goals went in, and fantastically as well when Romania did get one back through Florin Kovac, a mere consolation for him. A good round of applause broke out from the home crowd. So the hero of the game is Alişan Pektas with the hat-trick. Unfortunately for him, he did suffer an injury to his left knee. We do hope from everyone here at Euro 2017 here in Berlin that it will be nothing more than just a precautionary substitution when he came off. You can see the 3 goals he scored there in the 16th, 20th and 24th minute of the game. It means that Germany come out on top in this one by 4-1. Very soon we'll be hearing from Jonathan Tonsing on the pitch with our man Pete Selby, assisted by our German translator Maurizio. They're just gearing up at the edge of the centre circle at the moment, making sure everything is ready for that. Jonathan Tonsing getting one on the score sheet tonight. Of course, it'll be overshadowed by Alişan Pektas' exploits in front of the Romanian net. But Alişan Pektas certainly will be devastated if he misses not just the next match against England on Wednesday night, but the rest of the championships as a whole. But a win for Germany overall. They have to be positive despite that injury to Pektas. He gets the hat-trick, they win 4-1, and let's also hear from another one of their goal scorers, Jonathan Tonsing with Pete.
Jonathan Tonsing, a 4-1 victory in the end, but was it a nervous 15 minutes, or were you always confident about breaking down Romania?
Jonathan, am Ende steht ein 4-1-Sieg, aber es waren nervöse 15 Minuten, bis dann das erlösende erste Tor gefallen sind. Habt ihr gezweifelt?
Nein, wir haben die ganze Zeit an unserer Taktik festgehalten und wollten einfach unser Spiel durchziehen, und das hat sich dann nach 15 Minuten belohnt.
Well, no, we will stand on our tactic, and after 15 minutes, finally, we got the payout.
How did you and your teammates react to England beating France 7-0, knowing that France have already defeated Germany and qualification might rest on that big game on Wednesday against the English?
Ja, heute Nachmittag haben die Engländer Frankreich so richtig weggefiedelt mit 7-0. Nachdem ihr den Schritt jetzt gegen Rumänien gemacht habt, stehen die Engländer euch jetzt vor der Brust. Wie habt ihr dieses Ergebnis wahrgenommen und wie geht ihr jetzt in das Spiel gegen England?
Uns war von Anfang klar, dass wir gegen England auf jeden Fall noch punkten müssen, und deswegen haben wir uns komplett auf unser Spiel konzentriert, weil es auch direkt davor, und deswegen gehen wir jetzt an das Spiel ran wie an jedes, und dann müssen wir es halt gewinnen.
Well, we don't care and don't pay attention about the match about England-France, because we know even before the game we need to get points against England, so just focus on our game and looking forward to the England match.
And finally, referring to that England match, I'm sure you appreciate this large home crowd. The next Germany game is on Wednesday at 5 p.m. against England. What would a full house do for Germany's chances in that game?
Die letzte Frage, wir haben über die Stärke Englands, aber auch über euer Potenzial gesprochen. Das Spiel gegen England wird entscheidend sein, wie wichtig ist, und auch gerade, wo die Mannschaft hier zu den Fans geht, vor einem vollen Haus zu spielen gegen England.
Wir haben den Fans hier viel zu verdanken. Die haben uns immer eine sehr schöne Stimmung hier gemacht, und deswegen gehe ich auch zuverlässig in das Spiel gegen England, und mit dieser Kulisse ist das auf jeden Fall schaffbar.
Yeah, thanks a lot to the fans tonight. We are quite obvious that they give us a lot of power, and we are obvious that even against England we have a full house here and give us the power to come to the semi-final.
Jonathan Tonsing, thank you very much and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Fair play to Jonathan Tonsing and Peter Selby there. Ask a question to a German about, do you care whether England have won or not? And you better be expecting the answer, no, we don't really care. Jonathan Tonsing there in his interview saying that he wants the German public to get here on Wednesday. You know, we're all forgetting a game tomorrow as well, but he wants the crowd to get here on Wednesday and get right behind Germany. I tell you what, there's a couple of cracking games still to come in this tournament. Jonathan Bell's next to me. Jonathan, we will look at the standings for first. England in control in the sense that they have a plus 13 goal difference. At half-time, we spoke to Maurizio, who we've just seen as the translator there. We just spoke to Maurizio and he said, it's important to win, but we need goals. It didn't quite happen. We'll take a look at the goals in the second half in a moment. But a jubilant Germany team. They're getting a great reception from the crowd that are here tonight, though. They should, and they would have wanted a lot more goals. There's a brave face there from Jonathan Tongsing. They needed more goals in that game.
Absolutely they did, and he can deny that England don't matter as far as Germany is concerned, but England's message of intent earlier on wasn't just to Germany and those in Group A, it was to everybody in this tournament. So Germany had to respond with an impressive performance of their own. They were a bit slow out of the traps initially, but in the end, a 4-1 win, a hat-trick for their star man, Ali Pektas. They can't really complain with that, and they go into the next game still with a couple of cards in their hands.
Okay, let's take a look at the highlights of the second half, and there aren't that many from a German perspective. Just a couple of goals in the second half, and you thought, Jonathan, they would run away here, already 3-0 up at half-time. That was the fourth, within 4 minutes of the restart. You thought it was going to be an avalanche, and it just didn't come.
Yeah, Ali Pektas there, a bit of an anti-climax for him. No, of course he got the hat-trick today. Incidentally, a third hat-trick of the day, Alan, so impressive goal-scoring form from some of our star strikers at these European Championships, which is always fantastic to see. But Ali Pektas making sure that a partisan crowd here who were very patient for much of that second half for goals were delighted with his hat-trick. Then Kovacs down the other end just stormed through the whole of the German defence as if they weren't there, and then an elbow into Fangman's face as Kovacs celebrated, really rubbed salt into the wound. So not a clean sheet for Romania, who managed to pull one goal back at least. However, the big thing for Germany, and the one thing they may be worried about here, despite the fantastic scenes outside, is that Ali Pektas aggravated a knee injury that he's had for the last 12 months, and he went off with an ice pack to his left knee. Does that mean his tournament is over? We'll have to find out.
It is a victory for Germany here in Berlin in the home championships. It's a win, but as you can see from this, it has been a tough old night. It's rough, it's tumble. It is the IBSA Blind Football European Championships. Let's take a look at what's coming up tomorrow. There's the Germany team celebrating out on the field. They wanted a bag full more goals. They just didn't get them. What have we got tomorrow for you? First match up tomorrow, Georgia. Can they even field a full-strength team? Sending offs and injuries have really affected their European Championships. Russia, a draw and a victory so far here. How far will they go since their return after that final in 2015? Can they go one step further and win this competition? We'll continue with their journey tomorrow.